the Gerald Rosenberg, and they fired away to a perfect beginning. Let's see who goes out to make the running. It's Queen's Bay at a steady gallop in the early stages. As expected, there's not going to be too much speed on here. Racing behind that in second is Eldery along the outside, a quick single. Far side is Bedloe's Island. She's trapped out 3 wide in the early stages. FISANI's racing just in behind those, and the last 2 are all a fine reconcile, and they're going no more than a half pace as they race him down towards the 1400 metres mark. And Queen's Bay out in front has the lead a length to Bedloe's Island in second. Eldery is third, FISANI is fourth. Quick Single is being restrained this afternoon. She's eased back through the field to race in 5th position. She's only 5 lengths from the leader. 1 length further back the outside, Reconcile and All Afire at the rear of the field, and they're still going at a very moderate gallop halfway through the turn. Queen's Bay acting as the hare is the leader. Now FISANI's made a move early. She's gone up to race in second. Bedloe's Island at the rail is third. Eldery is fourth. Reconcile is back there in 5th position, followed by a Quick Single. All Afire is last of the 7 horses, but still well in touch of the leader, is about to turn for home and head for the judge in the 2011 renewal of the Gerald Rosenberg Stakes, and Queen's Bay the first to greet the judge. Racing behind that is FISANI. Reconcile's looking for the room on the outside. Then comes Eldery. Behind that towards the inside, Quick Single, then Bedloe's Island. All Afire is still at the rear of the field as they come towards the final 400 metres, and FISANI has moved up and grabbed the lead away from Queen's Bay. Then comes Quick Single, Eldery, Reconcile, the rest are struggling. 300 metres to go for FISANI. Queen's Bay is not going away easily. Then comes Eldery, Reconcile and Quick Single, but FISANI, she's hanging tough from Queen's Bay. Eldery plugging on behind that, but FISANI has the advantage from Queen's Bay, and Eldery, and FISANI is going to win it. FISANI runs out the winner from Queen's Bay in second. Eldery was third, Reconcile was fourth, then Quick Single, All Afire and Bedloe's Island. Well, the market proved spot on the button here. Gavin Lorena partnering the Mike de Kock trained number 3 FISANI. She was always quoted in the red. Moved up at an easy pace in the straight. They didn't go hard in the early stages. She looked to make the outside running rail her own. She did just that. Gradually got the upper hand over Queen's Bay. Eldery plodded on into third, but FISANI had the race in safekeeping below the 200 metres mark and stretches away in the end to win it with more than a length to spare. Queen's Bay, after having to do all the running in the early part of the race, stays on gamely for second. Eldery will finish back in third. Reconcile was fourth, and there was no zip this afternoon from Quick Single back in 5th.
A great victory here by the filly of Cahal. Number 3, FISANI from the Michael de Kock stable, comes through to score her 5th career victory and wins the Gerald Rosenberg under top ride by Gavin Lorena. Gav, you've always got on well with this filly. I think the record speaks for itself, but today I think you had to work at her because you didn't have it your own way. They went a very sedate gallop and you had to make plans.
Yeah, Jules, she won a race full of heart, and they crawled around the track, and I was able to sit up second and just track the whole way, and I had to start getting into at the top of the lane, but she gave me the whole way to the line.
What's nice about this filly as well is that she stays well. I think the question mark was whether or not she was going to get the 2000 today, but when Michael de Kock gives you confidence that she'll get it, you ride it with confidence.
Yeah, well done to Mr. de Kock. He gets his horses really fit, and I wasn't too worried about the distance. She's won at 18 in the soft, and but she's a filly full of heart, and I think wherever you put her, she's going to try best.
Well, there's not too many big days that go past without you having a winner on it, so congratulations, and lovely to have you back in the winners' enclosure.
Thank you very much, Jules. Let's hope we don't stop here.
Let's hope so.
That's it, and just a big thank you to Mr. de Kock and his team. I haven't been there the whole week. I've been quite sick, and so just a big thanks to them for having the confidence in me, and well done to Mr. and Mrs. Napier. Always lovely to ride the moon, and well done to all the other connections.
Congratulations, Johnny Rosenberg, giving you a memento for the Gerald Rosenberg Stakes. Let's bring in Mike de Kock, our winning trainer, finishing 1st and 3rd in this race, of course, with Eldery. A great performance here by both your runners, but there was always confidence that FISANI would get the 2000. You had no doubts.
Yes, there was no doubt about her. There was always a doubt about Eldery. In fact, she doesn't really get the trip, but I felt with the field being so weak that we'd have a crack. But I think the 3 fillies that were the class act in the race. I think they were 1, 2 and 3 and rated 1, 2 and 3 came to the fore.
Well, congratulations, Mike. Before you run off, and before I get Johnny to present you with your trophy, you've got a crack of a card coming up. I think you're only starting to get warmed up now because you've got a Gugu in the next. I mean, she's the first filly in history going for the Triple Tiara. How's she going to do? Will she see out the 2 for 50?
Yeah, look, it's quite nerve-wracking. I mean, you know, she's by Galileo, so you'd like to believe that she's going to see it out. I'd like to believe she will, you know, but, you know, certainly her preparation has been great. No worries there. There is a slight question mark over the trip. I must be honest, in my heart, I don't feel that it will be a problem. I know there's going to be a lack of pace in the race. I'm happy to see her to go to the front. Not a problem. She's a class act. But you know what will be. It's a horse race. They're flesh and blood. And there's 10 other horses or 9 other horses trying to beat her. Well,
I'm a master of a race, and that's the SA Derby. You've definitely stamped your authority all over it. Purana, is he the one?
He's well, you know, I think he's run 2 good races and misbehaved in the races. I think he's a better horse than his last 2 starts. I think the trip will suit him. So, you know, if he doesn't reproduce today, he'll be Toonstone Light on Monday.
And the last one I have to ask you about, because he is a little bit of a fancy of mine, is Captain's Wild. I think he's improving all the time.
He has to improve. You know, he's rated 99. He's probably 13, 14, 15 pounds out with Dance with the Devil. So he has to raise his game in a big way. But he is an improver. He's a 99 plus, as I said in the paper. You know, I believe that he's not a horse that will die at 99. He's going to, you know, he'll finish up in the 100. So, you know, he's hoping. But I think a first 4 from him would be a huge run.
Great chatting to you. Thank you very much, Michael de Kock. Johnny Rosenberg, there we go, giving Mike de Kock his memento. And of course he gets the Odermeester Reserve, a 12-year-old from trainer Mike de Kock as well. Well, let's call in Bev and Ronnie Napier now. Winning connections included with, of course, Sheikh bin Khalifa Al Maktoum and Samuel Stud Mick Goss, the winning owner and breeder. Mr. Napier, if we can chat to you, because she's always been a special filly, this. You know, it's great to see her win the Gerald Rosenberg, but she's always a gutsy performer. She's always thereabouts.
Absolutely, Julie, and we're thrilled, of course, because Gerald was a great friend of ours, and so couldn't be better for us, and we're delighted to have Johnny here today. But yes, she has, and she looks as if, you know, she might even go a bit further than that, so we're very thrilled with that, thrilled with the win.
Well, we'll certainly be hoping. Bev, you look beautiful as usual. Thank you, always classics.
Thank you, Julie, and it's lovely to see you back here again.
Thank you very much. Both Mr. and Mrs. Napier, congratulations. And there's your memento from Johnny Rosenberg. Well, we've also got the groom over here, so we're going to have to bring him in straight after Mr. and Mrs. Napier move from the presentation area. We'll just get the kisses and the hugs, and then bring the groom of number 3, FISANI, in to claim his prize. And the RA, there we go. And of course the Odermeester Reserve, a 12-year-old reserve that is, for Mr. and Mrs. Napier. I'm sure they'll be enjoying that. Well, congratulations to all. Johnny Rosenberg on course, and unfortunately we've run out of a bit of time, but let's move on for our Grade 1 on the card, the SA Oaks, where all eyes will be focused on the Mike de Kock runner, number 1, Igugu.